Homelessness is highly visible in San Francisco. That means it is counted and receives resources. But there's another issue that remains largely invisible, and that is housing insecurity. Let's see what housing insecurity looks like. Thousands of families live in overcrowded and unhealthy situations in San Francisco because they cannot afford even below market rate housing. General overcrowding promotes health problems like COVID-19, mold, pests, asthma, and tuberculosis. But these are just the tip of the iceberg and are currently being addressed. Multiple unrelated families and people living together also create more severe problems that are not visible, like toxic stress. Unlike tolerable stress that's buffered by protective relationships, toxic stress causes serious and long-lasting negative effects, especially for the most vulnerable. Children between 0 and 5 years old are highly affected by the ongoing toxic stress of living in places that were never intended for kids. They're constantly on the verge of losing the roof over their heads, and their parents cannot protect them. Toxic stress for young children causes poor health and delayed development, and increases the risk for disease in adulthood. Let's take care of our families by making housing insecurity visible. All city programs servicing families with children 0 to 5 and pregnant women should be screened for housing insecurity. We need an inclusive citywide task force to acknowledge, count, and provide resources to address housing insecurity in preschool children and pregnant women. The Department of Public Health can provide the health data needed to support the work of the city on housing issues. The city's already dealing with the costs and consequences of housing insecurity. Preventing toxic stress at the source now will prevent chronic diseases and serious developmental problems in the future. Our city has tackled difficult problems like food insecurity and health insurance for all San Franciscans. We can work together to solve this too. We can do better for our San Francisco children. We can do this, San Francisco.